so much for support. So today I am going to present my video on introduction of ultrasonic testing. So as I told you last video that I will make both videos separately, one for Hindi, one for English. So this video is basically in English language. And before starting our technical stuff, we will start with our principle. So friends, I have one question to you, that you should comment at least in my video. Have you start what we discuss about our principles? If you started any of the principle, please tell me what the effect you are feeling, and I am damn sure that after some time you can see the big evidence, big changes in your surrounding. Okay, so friends, I just start revising of last time's principle. So number one, we learned everyday learning. We have learned respect every individual, lead with humility, and today's topic is behavior. Friends, behavior is basically what we act with our surrounding, what we do with our surrounding. So behavior is very important, friends, and behavior is not related with individuals. Behavior is related with community, behavior is related with organization, and I can say that if your company have certain job, certain work, because we are professionals, so I am talking about the company side, I am not talking about the personal side. Okay, so in company side, if our management gives any goal, and I'm just giving one example, like I'm just keep aside behavior and I'm telling that okay, this is the job and we need to complete in certain timeline. My friends, people can work day, night, they will do everything to complete that, and they can complete also. But friends, is this the right behavior to firefighting, or to do more job, more timing, everything without the behavior part? So for a certain moment, for a short time, you can achieve the goal, but that success cannot be sustainable. For sustainable the result and goal, we have to create the culture, and in the culture, behavior plays the main role. So in behavior, having the three elements, behavior can be observed, behavior can be described, behavior can be recorded. So friends, I am just giving you two different scenarios. One scenario written in black color and one scenario written in red color. So friends, just listen to me and comment in my comment section, okay, if you want. One kind of behavior is organization uses humility. Everybody in the company, your colleague, your management, everybody is having the humility in their nature. They have the innovation. They appreciate the innovation. The person who think anything, they motivate for the continuous improvement. Respect. From top to bottom. Respect, they are following the respect. Trust. Similar way, collaboration. So all these 5 things you can observe, you can describe, you can record. And in contrast of these words, power hungry, you can also see, you can also observe, record the power hungry in the company. Fear, survival, firefighting. So these are basically two different scenarios of behavior. One scenario is written in black, another scenario written in red. So my friends, name itself tell like which behavior you like the most. Okay, so friends, today I am going to start my technical topic, that is the introduction of ultrasonic testing. So ultrasonic testing is made by two words, ultrasonic. Okay, so ultrasound, basically sound is key part of ultrasonic testing, and sound basically originates when vibrates, something vibrates. So I am just giving one example. This is the door, and when I give a punch, so you know one sound is created. How this sound is created? Because when I just punch it, this material has so many particles inside, and when I punch it, one particle oscillate to another particle, that particle hit the another particle, and due to this elastic nature, sound is transferred from one location to another location, and it was created sound. Okay, so friends, I just want to tell one more thing, like sound can pass in liquid, sound can pass in solid, sound can pass in gases. But friends, sound cannot pass in vacuum. If you go in the atmosphere, if you go in the your universe, if you want to speak, nobody can listen you. This is the meaning I am telling you, that sound at least want any medium to travel. At least any medium to travel. So anything like liquid, solid, gas is there, sound can travel. If this is not there, sound cannot. Okay, so friends, now I am talking about the frequency. So sounds, everybody is thinking that, what about the audible sound? So is audible sound work in ultrasonic? My friends, no. Audible sound have the frequency 20 Hertz to 20 kilohertz. So basically frequency is what? Vibration per second. 1 Hertz means 1 vibration per second. So if I am talking about 20 Hertz, it means 20 vibration in 1 second. Then we can start it. This is the minimum value, 20 Hertz up to 20 kilohertz. 20 multiply 1000 vibration in 1 second. That we can hear. But if I am talking about ultrasound, so the ranges start from 20 kilohertz to 50 megahertz. That much of vibration in single second. This is the frequency, and ultrasound basically in that range, 20 kilohertz to 50 megahertz. And that frequency, basically it's created with the piezoelectric material that I will cover later on. Okay. So friends, if I am talking about the principle, basically state principle of ultrasonic testing is reverse piezoelectric effect. The meaning of that, the change of electrical energy into mechanical energy. So I am just going to describe you by the help of one figure, and you can understand better. Basically I am creating one clock circuit. Clock circuit has two elements. One is the sweep circuit, another one is the pulsar and receiver circuit. So friends, in clock circuit what happened? The energy will go to sweep circuit, and basically it goes from here to here, and this is the CRT screen which you see by evaluating the result. So here one HDP, horizontal deflection plate, is there. So this energy actually help to move the echo in the horizontally. So basically by the help of this sweep circuit, we can measure the distance of the defect, distance of the material thickness. So this will help in the horizontal base. Now if I am talking about pulsar and receiver circuit, friends, so energy will start from the battery, and when it goes in the probe, friends, this red color is called probe. Probe, some people are called transducer. Normally 3 kinds of probe is there in market. One is normal probe, TR, transmitter receiver probe, angle probe. So this probe is having one piezoelectric element, and the thickness of the piezoelectric element will play in terms of frequency. If thickness is very low, frequency is high. Calculation is there. Yes. So this is the piezoelectric element plate is there, and what will happen? The energy will go in the plate, and it will create the voltage over there, plus and minus. And when plus and minus vibrate, it start vibrating. And when vibration is starting, due to vibration, ultrasound is created. And this ultrasound will go, this is actually, you can treat it as a casting, forging, whatever material you can treat. you can treat it. And this material is having one defect also I have created. So if no defect, then energy will go in the back wall, it return back, and this probe will receive it. Okay, but if any defect is there, the energy will go hit the defect and return back from the defect itself, not go in the complete back wall. So this indication you can show in the CRT screen. Okay, so what I will do, I will show you in computer that how it works. So friends, you can see this screen. This is basically clock circuit where pulsar receiver and sweep circuit works. So you can see this is the material, steel material, and this is the probe. In probe, you can see this is the sound energy generates. This is the energy comes to probe, and from the probe, sound ultrasound created. It goes to the bottom of the steel component, and it return back and receive again to the probe. Once this action is there, you can simultaneously see the CRT screen. In CRT screen, once it's started, initial echo created, when it received back in the probe, then back wall echo created. So this will work like this. And you can also think that in the steel material, this is having the uniform thickness, uniform density. So whenever density change, the ultrasound will return back from that location. Okay, from the next photo you can also simulate similar thing. This is a no defect, return back, first back wall created, second back wall created, and third back wall created. This is again a clock circuit, you can see that. Okay friends, now I am moving back to the defect section. What kind of defect is created and how it looks like in CRT screen. So no defect. So you can see the initial echo and back wall echo, and one defect is there in the another photo. So you can see like this is the defect echo. You can see in the between. This is the back wall echo. Complete defect. No back wall echo. Only defect echo is there. This is a major defect. In this figure you can see a single echo, which is the defect echo, back wall echo created. Two defect is there. You can see two defect echo and back wall echo is there. If any defect is in inclined location, you can see no back wall echo is created, no defect echo is created, because it will not receive back. If surface is material is scatter, coarser, no effect will be there. You can see nothing. In the last one, if the back surface is inclined, your energy will return back in the inclined position, not return back to the probe. So nothing will be so. So friends, I think these defect figure will be clearly understand to you. So friends, now I am talking about the key points of ultrasonic testing. So normally ultrasonic testing we can conduct on casting, welding, fabrications, forging, plates, etc. We can check basically the integrity of the casting. If any kind of defect in there, in casting, forging, plates, welding, fabrication, we can identify that. Okay. Second is, most of the people, they ask me like in which material we can conduct ultrasonic testing. So friends, I just want to tell you that we can conduct ultrasonic testing in many materials, but mainly in our industry we can conduct ultrasonic testing in carbon steel, mild steel, medium alloy steel, or you can say martensitic steel. I am just giving the example like medium steel or martensitic steel is WC6, WC9, P11, P12, P91. You can take any of these. But friends, we feel difficulty in some of the material of doing ultrasonic testing, like austenitic material, sometimes in duplex material, nickel base alloy. The reason behind is the coarser grain of these material. These material have the grains, but they have the coarser grain. So Then what happened with coarser grain? I am just telling you that suppose this is a material of austenitic steel. Inside of the material they have the grains. That grains are coarser, and when ultrasound goes in the material, due to coarser grain, the ultrasonic is scattered from here and there, and this will not go completely in the back wall, and this echo will not come receive back to transducer. This is the main problem. So this is a very big difficulty in austenitic material, in duplex material, nickel base alloy. It is very difficult to conduct it. Okay, so friends, now I move to the another part, that is the advantage and disadvantage part. So in advantage, it is sensible to both surface or subsurface. However, you can find the volumetric defects also in the material. Then we can identify the depth of the defect. So friends, by ultrasonic testing you can identify the depth. This is the defect. You can identify this defect also. Whatever it is there, you can clearly identify in ultrasonic testing. Okay. Now it will, for ultrasonic testing, we have to at least one accessible area required. Like I am telling you example, like if you are talking about the radiography testing, so we have to assess at least two thickness side area. Like one side we have placed radiograph, another side source. So in ultrasonic it is not there. Only one accessible surface is there, then we can perform the ultrasonic testing. Okay. Then it will give the accurate size of the defect. We can identify the accurate size of the defect or discontinuity in ultrasonic testing. And it has other uses like thickness measurement. So in industry we have the D meter, we have the thickness gauge, ultrasonic thickness gauge. So where we cannot use the caliper to measure out the thickness, we can use the ultrasonic thickness gauge. Okay, friends, now I am talking about limitation and disadvantage side. So surface must be accessible to transmit ultrasound. In ultrasonic testing, at least one surface must be accessible. If geometry is difficult, critical, we cannot do that. Because how you can check it? This is the transducer, and transducer will move here and there. And if one surface is not clean, one surface is not accessible, transducer will not go here and there, and we cannot find the result. So this is the limitation actually. Second, a very skilled person is required for ultrasonic testing, because result you can identify during the testing. If skilled manpower is not there, he can miss anything, and any happening will happen. So a very high skilled person required for performing ultrasonic testing. Okay. Difficult to check when material is rough, irregular in shape, small, non-homogeneous kind of. As I told you that probe required a smooth surface to move here and there for scanning purpose. So surface is rough or any kind of problem is there in the surface, probe cannot move smoothly. If probe cannot move smoothly on the surface of the component, then ultrasound will not go in the component, and you cannot identify, you cannot get the result in CRT screen. Okay, friends, next is the uniform coupling. This is the probe, this is the material. For any kind of energy loss, we are applying couplant in between of the probe, and material. So what kind of couplant we are using? We are using sometimes grease, sometimes lubricant oil for smoothen the surface where probe can smoothly move, and due to this couplant the energy will not scatter. So whatever energy will be created from the probe, that will directly transmit in the material itself. Okay. So last one, as I already discussed, that in some of the material like austenitic, duplex and nickel base alloy, it's very difficult to conduct ultrasonic testing. These are the limitations. So friends, I am trying to cover the basic part of ultrasonic testing. So I need your help. At least you can advise me for some another topic so I can create for you. And friends, trust me, if I am trying to make ultrasonic testing in fully, it will take minimum 10 lectures. Friends, thank you so much for your support, for listening me. Thanks.